school will phase out. So the new program will phase in for 9th grade only. So it'll be phased in each grade level, 9th grade, 10th grade, so you'll grow the program. If you look at the research, and if you look at schools that have been successful with phasing out existing programs and bringing in new programs, they start with the 9th grade. They start with building that culture, not only with the staffing, but also with the student body. So what has been successful is when you start with 9th grade and phase in up to 12th grade.
So it will be a full high school by 2016, or?
Correct.
Okay.
So you're not talking about tearing down the school. You may build an entire new school some other place.
Oh wow, did you see my expression?
That, like, I was just wondering, money-wise, what are you, what you're envisioning?
No, I think my first emphasis is on building a strong academic program for students. And so the conversations are not about bricks and mortar at this point. It really is about a program that will attract families, regardless of where it's placed.
But you don't know where it's going to be placed, right?
No. No.
What kind of enrollment numbers you're going to need to make this work?
I think we're still looking at a small high school, around 500 students. But we're not looking at a school that's going to be the 1,700 student school that it used to be. And I think what we need to do is really make a shift in how we think about schools. We're talking about a school that is designed for students that we're serving today and into the future. And so a big part of this design process, as we talked about it, will be to talk to the students about what should the school have, and parents, what would make you choose a school, and what kind of programs will we have, and kind of blending that with the national best practice and what we know works.
At what point does a decision get made about the structure of the school? You're talking about the current North has kind of piled on to what was already there, and that could have been one of its failures. So if you're starting brand new, isn't there also the potential that, oh, we should do this, oh, we should do this, oh, we should do this, and the same thing happens? At what point is the decision made about, okay, hold on, we're going to do these three things? Is that this community group that makes that decision? Is this essentially out of your office? How does that get decided?
No, this is the design team. And the reason I selected this design team is when I looked at it, when I, for instance, talked to Superintendent Beverly Hall, for example, in Atlanta, when she actually phased out programs and brought in new programs, and it's worked, by the way. Enrollment is strong, academics are up. The reality is that I'm not going in saying that what we're doing. We're going to look at the best models. We may take a few visits and look at some of the public schools that are working for students with a similar population, and we're going to rely on the expertise that this team will have and use it. And so I'm not going to leave this press conference, and you're not going to be able to go back and say, Bernie already has a plan, because that's not what I leave here. But what you should leave here knowing is that it's important to understand that a design team will work on this, and everybody will be at the table engaging in this process, going out, connecting with the community in important ways to be able to leverage resources and support expertise to make this happen. And so that's really important. And so on Tuesday night, I will be showing at the board meeting more of an outline and framework for what that looks like. I have it in draft form now, and you can see specifically more of the details around what the design team will do.
Superintendent, how will the transportation system either encourage or make it more difficult to get families to choose